All right, guys. Welcome back to another video. Happy Sunday afternoon, guys. I am finally back with a brand new video. It is absolutely freezing cold here on the South Carolina coast. I got me a nice, good comfort meal right here. I got me some nice, good chicken and noodle stew. This is not a soup, guys. This is a nice, good, hearty, thick stew. So I'm going to jump into this video and I will show you exactly how I get this thing done. Alright guys, here's my list of ingredients right here that I'm going to be using. Got me some nice good egg noodles right here. I'm going to be using this. This is a 12-ounce package. I'm going to be using that. And I'm going to be using some mixed vegetables. Got me some chicken drumsticks. I wanted to use thighs, but that's a whole different story. How come I'm not using thighs? Just know that I'm very clumsy, guys. So I got me some drumsticks instead. Some black pepper, chicken powder, seasoning, salt, onion powder. Gonna use a little heavy cream, and I'm gonna be using some onions and making a roux. Alright, so first things first, I just went on ahead and got my chicken all washed up and inside of my Dutch oven here and got them covered with water. And I'm gonna season them up with a little black pepper and some onion powder, little seasoning salt, and some of this chicken bouillon powder. Alright, then I'm going to come in here and add a little bit of this dry thyme to it, just a little bit. I don't want to do too much for this time, just a little bit. And I'm going to get my onions in there. You could add bell peppers to it if you would like, but I didn't have any, so just using my onions. We're going to give that a little mix. Get our seasonings mixed in, and then I'm going to just cover this and let this boil for about 40 minutes or so until my chicken is nice and tender. You want this thing falling off of the bone. And this is what we have right here. About a good 40 minutes later, I'll come in here and just kind of break a little piece off, let you see that it's nice and tender. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get these out. We got a nice flavorful broth down there, guys. I'll give that a taste check, my seasonings. And it could use a little bit more, but I'm going to wait until I add my heavy cream first and then re-season it. So now I'm going to come in here and just dump my egg noodles inside of here. And we're going to let these things cook. Going to cover it. Let them go for maybe 10 minutes. These things cook really fast, guys. You don't want to cook these until it's mush. I'll just go ahead and get those cooked down inside of my broth right here. And after we have those cooked off, it should look just like this right here. Getting nice and tender. Just about as tender as I want it to be. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and add me some of this heavy cream inside of here. I'm going to make this thing nice and creamy. I'm going to start off with about a half a cup of heavy cream. We're going to go ahead and get that mixed in. And I'm going to pick out those little black thing right there, those little blood solids off of the chicken drumsticks. I want to get that out of there. I had a few of those floating around. Alright, then I came back in and added another half cup of heavy cream, so that's going to be 1 cup of heavy cream total. Alright, once we have that mixed in, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add me some roux to it to thicken it up. I want this thing to be nice and thick. This is not a chicken noodle soup, guys. This is a stew. Stew is much thicker than a soup. So I'm going to come in here with my roux. I made that roux with half cup of butter, which is 1 stick of unsalted butter I use, and half cup of all-purpose flour. I'm just go ahead and get that mixed in and let this slowly thicken up for me. Once I get it thickened to my liking, then I'm gonna re-season that. It's almost as thick as I wanted, but not quite. So I'm gonna come back in here and add another good scoop of that roux inside of here. And that should put me where I want it to be. Alright, so we get that down inside of there. We're just gonna let that mixed in, get that all mixed in and let it cook for a couple of minutes till it starts to thicken up. Alright, so once I have that mixed in, then I'm going to come back on this next slide here and show you the consistency that I'm looking for. First I'm going to season that up. I tasted it and needed a little bit more pepper and a little bit more chicken powder for my taste. I'm going to come in and get that added in. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give that one more mix just to get our seasonings all mixed in here. I had to make this thing, guys. It's been freezing. I mean, freezing cold here the past few nights. And I was like, I need me something nice, good comfort food. So this is the thickness that I want right here. And it's going to thicken up a little bit more for you once it cools down, so you don't want to overdo it with the thickness at first. This will definitely thicken up for you. Alright, so once I got it to that thickness, go ahead and add my mixed vegetables in. And that's basically it, guys. All these are going to have to do is just heat through. These will be heated through in about 2 or 3 minutes. Not going to take them long at all. So I'll get that mixed in, and I did end up adding that entire bag. I think that is a 10-ounce bag if I'm not mistaken. But I'll have the exact recipe and measurements inside the description of the video. And once I got my mixed vegetables added in, I just came back and added my chicken that I took off the bone, skin and all, because I like that skin, guys. Don't judge me. Alright, and that is it, guys. All my chicken and vegetables needed to do was just heat up a little bit, and that was it. This is a nice, good pot of chicken noodle stew right here, I want to call it. I don't want to call it chicken noodle soup. This is a nice, good chicken noodle stew. Nice, thick, hearty stew that you guys could have. Keep you nice and warm through these cold months right here, cold days we having. I'll take my thumbnails and my videos, and I'm going to go ahead and plate that up. Give it a little taste test for you guys. Nice, good chicken noodle stew. Alright guys, coming in with a quick taste test. Got my nice good chicken noodle stew here. Not soup. Stew is a little bit more thicker than a soup. So I got my stew right here, and some people eat it with cornbread or biscuits, but here we go. That's what I'm eating it with. Chef Jeffrey, I know you're watching. So I'm gonna come in here and give me some of this. I'm gonna taste it as is first. Taste it as is. Nice egg noodles, chicken, vegetables going in. Absolutely delicious. Noodles nice and tender. Nice and perfect seasoning. Look at that. Uh-oh. Mm. 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 I'm about to go in. Alrighty guys, so this thing turned out absolutely delicious. You can look and see that it thickened up for me just like I wanted it to. And this thing was absolutely wonderful. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And please subscribe to the channel if you're new. And you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch TV, and on Pinterest, Cooking and Chilling with Kenny. And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Guys, we got a new hashtag. Book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 22 says, give your burdens to the Lord. No better person to give it to. All right, guys. Peace.